Good morning. Welcome back. It's Tuesday today. We have kind of had a really rough morning, so I decided to come out to the homeschool shed and just kind of have a little time in the quiet. Give Jackson a little space in the house. He can have the house to himself for a few minutes and just kind of regroup before we move on with our day. Mornings are definitely the hardest time for Jackson and I. And it's not because anything's wrong, it's just because we have such drastically different sensory needs in the morning. Jackson wakes up full throttle. Like the minute his eyes open, he is extremely loud. He's very, very bouncy and hyper and banging on things, drumming on things, climbing on things, jumping off of things. For about 2 hours in the morning, he's just, I can't even describe it. He's just very, very sensory seeking. He needs all the hard input, he needs all the compression, he needs all the movement. He likes the noise. He will turn on different things from Alexa. Jackson doesn't really listen to music. He listens to things that kind of repeat the same line or two over and over and over. It is a song or like a jingle, but it's very, very repetitive. So like I said, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just very sensory seeking in the mornings. To an extreme, like it's something that I've never seen in any child before. When I am awake in the mornings, and I'm kind of like this all the time, but especially in the mornings, I need quiet or my head just feels like it's gonna explode. I need time to wake up, I guess you would say. I am always very, very light sensitive and noise sensitive. So when that hits me first thing in the morning, it's hard as a mom. It's hard to keep the smile on your face and to keep moving and, try to have a good morning. Nobody wants to start the morning off bad. Nobody wants to start griping or, basically I have to keep myself out of meltdown mode because this goes against all of my senses. And so it's a balance because my needs are valid and his needs are valid. So it's two very different needs, especially the first 2 hours of the morning. So this morning has been extra rough. I've just been trying to kind of stay in my own space, but at the same time, then I feel guilty because, he needs me in the morning. He needs the connection, and that is part of his seeking is connection. But it's kind of a little bit challenging for us to find the right connection in the morning. Anyway, he's busy playing Legos now. I just got out of the shower and I just told him I would come out here for a few minutes and find us something to start our morning with. We need to kind of get moving this morning a little bit earlier. So I want to find something that will excite him a little bit. We are supposed to meet our friends at the splash pad and park at 11 o'clock. So that means we need to have all of our stuff done before probably 10:45. So I came to find something a little bit fun. I think we'll do things a little bit differently today. Not too differently because we can't get off schedule or that'll cause a whole issues of its own. So we still need to do math, but Jackson is kind of getting frustrated at math. He's kind of not wanting to even start homeschool in the mornings just because of math. So it's time for us to switch things up a little bit. We have been working in the same two books probably for 2 to 3 months, and 3 months is generally when I try to switch things up anyway, so I can tell that we're there. We'll save these books and we'll come back to them, or we'll use them here and there, but I want to just find us some fun activities to do math, to do more of math through activities and living than just sit down and do a workbook, because that's just not the way to learn. That's not the way Jackson learns for sure. So today I came out and I got out this book. It's all about measuring things. This is an usborne book, and we've had this for a long time. Several parts of this book are way too easy for Jackson. It's simply learning to measure with a ruler or simple things like that. But there are also parts in the book that we have not covered yet, so we're going to move on. We have learned about perimeter, so we'll do this as a review of just basic perimeter and basic area. Like it looks like we have some farmers growing some plots and some dogs or some sheep that need a fence. So we'll review perimeter and area today, and then tomorrow we'll move on to doing area from an irregular object. So this shows some little computerized little robot monsters. He'll think those are cute. and some space shapes over here. So we will work on area of irregular objects instead of just, you know, a rectangle or a square. And then it moves on to even a little bit more advanced than that. So we'll continue that. And then after this chapter, it moves into volume and mass. And we really haven't worked much with volume and mass. And this is just such a cute book. It has cute little illustrations. And along with this, I will find us some projects to do to where we can, you know, kind of glance at the book, but not be stuck to the book. Jackson, like I've said before, he loves his little characters and his little stuffies. So I kind of thought it would be fun, maybe next week, if I can find a small box, kind of like a Coke flat or a little shirt box, something that's flat. And if we could kind of use this as working on area and perimeter by designing this as a house for some of his characters. You know, we can measure for carpet, and I have some felt or some old material he could cut up. And then we could build, you know, a pretend fence or a wall around it, and we can work on perimeter, how that would need to be, or even make a little yard on the outside of it. And just something fun, something meaningful to him, something that uses his interests, and then he can play with it with his characters. So I thought we would do that. And then I think maybe we will play a game. I'm not sure which game we will play. I might let him choose because we have a huge variety of things we could look at. We might do another Mad Libs. He's been enjoying this, which kind of ties into our state study. We might do another Mad Libs. And maybe we'll play this card game if he wants to do this today. We played this card game before. We took it on a trip with us, back in the winter. And we tried playing it, but Jackson didn't know very many of the state capitals, so it was a little challenging for him. But now that we are on the 18th state, he knows probably 20 capitals, because he probably knows a couple we haven't covered yet. So I could even have us play this card game just with the states he already knows. This is kind of like memory. You lay them all out in a grid and you turn 2 over, and if they match, you keep them. But then there are also cards on here, if I remember correctly. There are cards on here, and if you get one and you play it, if you know the state capital of a state that somebody else owns, you can now own that state. So this will be, I think, a little bit fun. And like I said, we can take out just the states that we know. And I may get this ready, and we may just do this in the workbook today and then our regular reading and things. We will finish our state. Let's see. We are on Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We've learned all about Louisiana, and Jackson's really enjoying the state study. Jackson loves alligators, so for him to find out that Louisiana was full of alligators, he's just dead set on going there now. I don't know why he likes them. It would scare me to death to ride on a boat. What are those boats with a big fan, like an airboat? He thinks it would be so cool to ride on one of those and go through the swamp and see all the alligators. I don't know why, but maybe one day we'll find ourselves in Louisiana. It's not very far from Texas. You know, it's actually just one state over, but in Texas, that's still really far. It's far just to get through Texas. But anyway, so we'll finish studying that, and we will get those papers and stuff colored, and that's probably all we'll do today. In the house, he is currently reading, what are those books that I bought him at the Goodwill? Do you remember? I don't remember. Wow, my mind just went blank. But anyway, those books you saw a few videos back that I got him from Goodwill, that is what he's reading now. I think they're about a dragon or something. How is this eluding me? I'm going to find the answer, and I'm going to put it up here in a square somewhere so you'll know what I'm talking about. But that is what he is reading in the house for his own personal reading. And he kind of switches it up. He still, one day, if he doesn't want to read that, because it's a very detailed book with a lot of words and a lot of chapters. Some days he'll go back to an I Spy book, or no, not an I Spy, an I Survived book. He loves the I Survived books. Or he'll go to a Magic Treehouse book or something like that, something he can read in one day. But after that, we need to run to Walmart. Guess what we need? Milk and coffee. And Jackie comes home tomorrow, so I'll get stuff for him to have tea. He's a tea drinker. And then, like I said, we're going to meet friends at the splash pad and have a good, relaxing, very hot afternoon, but it should be a lot of fun. So I'll catch back up with you guys in a little bit. Here's how the cards look for the game. I have taken out just the ones that we've studied or the 2 others that we know the capital to. So we're gonna mix all these up and get them ready to play memory. Ready? Give them a mix.
Oh my god, not again.
Give them a swirl.
Did you see that?
These are the cards if you draw. Wait, do you have to get a match of these to have them?
No.
How do we get them?
You just draw them. If a player flips over a challenge card in the grid, she puts that card in his or her hand and takes another turn.
Oh, you take another turn. Okay, so how many do we want to put in there?
All of them, I guess.
All of them?
No, let's not do that.
How about we do half, since we're doing about half of the cards?
Let me see. How many.
All right, we got to shuffle these up good.
4 here and there's 4
There's 4 there.
Okay. Do you have the red and blue cards separate?
We're not doing all of them. Okay? Because we're not doing those cards over there.
They're the ones who made the bracelet across the USA game we tried.
Oh, they are? We didn't like that game. It wasn't that fun, was it?
It was not fun at all.
Okay, go ahead. Darn it. You whooped my booty.
Of course I did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 matches. You have a huge pile over there. Alright, well, was that fun?
Not really.
Not really? Was it something pretty cool to practice the capitals again, to review them instead of just reading the list? Yeah, I thought it was.
36.
He needs a 36-inch fence to go around the ducks. All right, write it down.
9.
Okay, put a 9 here. Now let's do this one. Let me mark your squares so you can see them. All right, do your estimate on this one. How many? Smells good. Coconut. Okay, how many squares are covered?
That's marshmallow. See, marshmallow.
Okay, how many squares does this irregular shape cover?
This one. This one?
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, is that one over half? No. Okay. Mark the other squares.
This.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Is it over half full?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This at a better point. This.
Okay.
This.
More? Yeah.
I think that's
it.
it.
How many cubed squares? How much area does this?
3. 6.
Okay, write it on the line. Good. Now we're going to do the same with these. We're going to count the number, and however much space they take up, you're going to color it the right color. So on this one, this half and this half are going to make 1. So you count that as 1 full square. Okay? Use this. Make dots and count the squares. So those are 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay. So you color that guy.
In blue.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So did you get it correct? Is that what's left?
Yes,
All right.
13 is red.
This robot is 13 cubes squared. The little bitty 2 means squared, remember?
Yes, I know.
That means you've
Mom,
that means
give
you've
me a
measured,
paper. Oh, wait, I have paper.
It means you've measured inside the whole square, not just the edge. It means how much space the whole square covers.
That's so weird. Ah!
Did you like this math book today?
Yeah.
Something different and a little bit more fun for today?
Way more fun than Hamburger
Okay.
Hut.
Well, I was telling them we should take a break from these because we've done these for 2 or 3 months now. We'll work in this book for a
I
while.
don't really mind word problems.
Okay, so we'll alternate between this and word problems for a little while?
Yeah, word problems is better.
Okay, that
Except
sounds like a good plan.
Except the dentist one, that was just awful.
Sounds like a good plan. What's your favorite thing we've learned about Louisiana?
Definitely the pelican.
He's pretty, isn't he? Handsome, I guess.
And the fan boats or whatever.
And alligators.
Yes, alligators. Why isn't there an alligator on the picture?
You could draw. Think you'd ever want to go to Mardi Gras?
Probably not. It's too many people for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I think I'd like to see the parades, but I wouldn't really care too much about the big parties and the crowds. I think
And the
floats,
people throwing stuff all over the place.
Yeah, I think the floats would be really fun though.
They do the floats all year, Mom.
No, just during that week.
Have you ever been to Mardi Gras?
Oh, good question. Okay, our plans have changed.
Ugly that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
We're not going to meet our friends at the park. We're going to go to their house instead.
Yeah, their air conditioner apparently broke.
Yeah, last time we were going to go to their house. Our air conditioner was messed up, so they came over instead. Now we were going to meet them at the park, and their air conditioner messed up. So we're going to go to their house, aren't we?
Yep.
But it'll be fun. We'll have a good time, and I will definitely go take this tank top off and stop exposing my arms because I just feel so weird in this. We're working on Louisiana. Do you want to tell them the joke?
What do alligators like to drink?
What do alligators like to drink?
Gatorade!
Oh my goodness, Gatorade. What color do you think they like?
Definitely not pickle.
Not pickle? What if they like human flavored?
There is no human.
Or fish flavored. That would be their Gatorade.
Fish flavored would make sense.
Yeah.
Edit me.
Here is the Louisiana flag, and their state bird is a brown pelican, and their flower is the magnolia. These might be actually my favorite that we've looked at so far. I really like pelicans.
You know the reason I was red over there?
How come?
It injured itself so the babies can actually eat. It says that on the back.
Wow.
Shape of the wait, where is it? Coat of arms is the pelican voling, injuring herself to feed her chicks, and coat of and white in the center.
Wow, we'll have to look that up. I didn't know a mother pelican injured herself to feed her chicks. Let's look that up. So we just found out that's actually a myth, didn't we?
Yes, it symbolizes Jesus' sacrifice.
Jesus' sacrifice. Mother pelicans definitely don't injure themselves to feed their young. So that is kind of weird that it's on the flag, but we see that it is from ancient folklore, so that makes sense because I'm sure the flag was made years ago. Does it say on here? This flag was adopted it was modified in 2006 and 2010 for more realistic versions of the pelican. But the pelican has probably been there since long before that. So it is false, and it is kind of weird. It's not my favorite flag anymore. Now it's weird to me.
Really?
Yeah. What are you doing, Miss Lindsay? You want me to pat you every 2 seconds. Here's the other cat. He's handsome, but he's quiet. He doesn't mess with anyone.
We're making a board game. She's dropping stuff all over the place on accident.
You making some characters for your game?
Yep. You check on bead.
See
Hat gone.
No, the bead. Lost the bead.
Hat gone.
I lost the.
What's the object of your game?
To get to the end and have the most points.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds fun.
You take a bath card. You go there. You take a bath, and then you move from this spot. 1, 2, 3. You go here where the dot is.
And you have to take a bath in there? What's in there?
I think water, marker, and bubbles.
And what's this?
Not sure. That's the hat god. That's where the hat god is. He's the hat god.
Hat gone. Ding, 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 ding. Hat gone.
It is hot out here. We made it home. You know, you might be a coffee addict when it's 100 degrees outside and you still come home to enjoy a cup of coffee. So here we are, Java for Java. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy this for a minute, and then I'm going to clean the house, get ready to make dinner, and probably edit this video. So I will see you guys next time. I hope you've had a great day too.